Decker back to throw. Looks. Coming to the near side. Blue Devils after him and got him. Back at the 36-yard line. Jonathan Forrest, the big one, brings him down at the 36.
Forrest just drills Decker as he's on that scramble. They pick up very little on that play, as we've got to be inside 10 seconds or so here in this first period. Timeout will be taken here. Let's take a quick 30-second break. 30 seconds. Lebanon leads the Commandos by a score of 25-0.
Yards to try to avoid the shutout here for Hendersonville. Its kick is up. It is long enough. It's a mile long, and it is good. Hendersonville is on the board. Will Hoyt from 53 yards. And he even gets a standing ovation from the Lebanon crowd down here.
Well, that young man deserves
what a
it.
kick.
John, he absolutely blasted it. 53 on the last play of the first half.
Would have been good from 63, it looks like, from down here. Of course, pregame, he was kicking it better than 60 yards. His accuracy wasn't that good in pregame. He got it down between the uprights to get on the scoreboard, 25-3 at halftime. The sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design, located on North Cumberland Street in Lebanon. We'll take it back to the station before we go with our halftime stats. We'll be back after 2 minutes.
Hendersonville's kick return team huddling with their head coach, Bruce Hatfield. We are close to starting this second half of action. Lebanon has kicked across the hash the short kicks down around the 30, 35-yard line. That has caused some serious problems for Hendersonville tonight. Number one, it's kept them from mounting any kind of real return. They have had to fair catch a couple. One they did not fair catch, they fumbled. Miller will kick it for the Blue Devils. That's Jeff Miller. Deep return for the Commandos is Adam Swan, but he hadn't had a smell on getting that football. Lebanon has kicked across the field. So let's go. 24 minutes of regulation play remaining. Here's Clyde.
All right, he's going to kick it across the field again. They're going for the onside. It's called for and made the fair catch up at the 45-yard line. I don't know if that was intentional or he just didn't get all of it.
Clyde,
but
it looked like me with a sand wedge. I kind of hit it fat and did not get under it. So Hendersonville will take possession at their own, just across their own 45-yard line. No return, but they've got pretty good field position here on their first possession.
They're about in field goal range.
I'd say a first down or two. They'd certainly be in field goal range.
Oh, my. You were talking about his 53-yarder. There was no wind at all. They give it to Cook going right. Cook trying to stretch it out toward the sideline. Logue trying to pin him in. And this time they stop the play as he crosses the 45 to the 46. May have made the 47-yard line. A gain of a couple of yards on Cook. That's the only play that Hendersonville's got a lot of mileage out of in the first half. But the Blue Devils played it well that time, and they hold him to about a yard pickup. Second down and 9.
Clyde, we talked about the kicker with Lebanon with this big lead, 25-3. You might think that would hinder them lining up and kicking some field goals. They need touchdowns. 3 points really doesn't help them that much.
Second and 9 for Hendersonville. Decker still in there at quarterback. Gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton got a little running room. Hamilton bulls over the 50 and roars down to the Lebanon 46-yard line and may have enough for the first down. It's going to be a little short, about a yard shy, and it'll be third down and a yard to go.
Trice on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Corey Hamilton, that's his biggest run of the evening against the Blue Devils as he peels off about 8 on the carry. Third and 1 for Hendersonville at the Lebanon 46, just inside the Lebanon 46-yard line. Decker sets his ball club. Lebanon jumps but gets back. And they give it up to Hamilton. And Hamilton, I don't think he got it. He may have on second effort, but Lebanon pops him down at about the 45. He didn't get it.
Right, he's short. He certainly is.
He didn't get it. Matter of fact, he didn't make, they've got the nose of the football at the 45. He didn't get inside the 45, and it's 4th down and about a half yard to go now for Hendersonville.
Hendersonville's going to go. First big play of the second half. Don't be surprised to see Lebanon bring the kitchen sink. Everybody in a blitz type situation, stacking a line of scrimmage.
4th down and a half yard. Hendersonville at the Lebanon 45. They'll go for it. Toss sweep to the near side. Coming outside, Blue Devils had a hand on him, but he dives through a hole and ducked his head and shot over the 45 down to the 43-yard line. And Truca picks it up. Brett Truca. Toss sweep to the short side. Found a hole in there. Looked like the Blue Devils were going to get him, but somehow he squirmed through and gets the first down. 1st and 10 for Hendersonville inside the Lebanon 44-yard line. Decker's the quarterback. Hamilton is the fullback. Decker with the count. They give it to Cook going outside. Cook turns it up the middle. Got a little room. 40, 35. Cook still on his feet and now knocked back as the Blue Devils will stop him down at the 34-yard line.
Schaefer, Logue, and Jones on the tackle as Cook did what he needed to do on the cutback. Stillman pursuing the play from behind, kind of lost his pursuit angle, and that gave Cook, the tailback or the halfback, if you will, in this wing T, a little cutback alley, so he picks up nice yardage there.
Got 9 on the carry, 2nd down and 1. You can do things when you've got 2nd and 1. Decker. Wide out to the near side is Michael Lovia, and they switch it to Cook to the far side. He turns it. He's got the first down. Cook at the 30. Cook at the 25. Cook inside the 20, but a flag is down, and that's the play they have been called on holding for so many times. Let's see if they do it one more time. Hendersonville is retreating, and I think it's going to be against them. He's run out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. No, this one is going against Lebanon. Holding against Lebanon.
Well, that's
Jonathan Forrest, that's an interesting call.
John, when they come over to tell Moose what that is, try to eavesdrop and see what that one's all about, because that is certainly going to help the Commandos. And the officials come to the sideline to explain to Moose Marshall.
Moose, I think, is really wanting an explanation for that. He is not happy.
He's hot. John, what about it?
He called holding on number 60. How do you hold on defense was Moose's reaction. Line judge says, I didn't make the call, Coach. I'm just telling you.
Well, pass the buck. 1st down, Hendersonville inside the Lebanon 15, and they give it to Hamilton. He's going to get about a yard and no more. Blue Devil defense all over Corey Hamilton. Bottom of the pile, coming out of there for the Blue Devils, Brandon Martin, the senior. Hamilton gets a yard from the 14 to the 13. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Hendersonville at the Lebanon 13. Commandos putting on a good drive. This one started at their 45. Decker hands off again to Hamilton. He's hit in the backfield. He may have lost. Bottom of the pile, Antoine Logue. But more Blue Devils are on hand. Martin was over there. Forrest was over there. You see Trice's number. You also see Neighbors coming up out of the pile. They'll put it back a yard to the 14. A loss of a yard. It's 3rd down and 10.
Lebanon just clubbed the fullback on that play. Lebanon has cheated off the line of scrimmage. Hendersonville's changed their cadence a little, but Lebanon's far enough off the line. If they jump, they're not in a neutral zone.
They hand it to the near side and trying to slide outside. Blue Devils after him, and they knock him down at the 10-yard line. They may give him by the length of the football inside the 10, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 4 or maybe 4th and 5. He gets about 5 on that sweep. That's Truca, T-R-U-K-A, Brett Truca running the football. The length of the football is inside the Lebanon 10-yard line. And Hendersonville is going to have a 4th down and 5. And from where they got that yard marker across the way, it looks like it's almost 4th and 6.
Right, they're going to have to hustle to get the play off. They took a good long time trying to get the play in from the sideline.
Well, here they come. Let's see if they have time to get it off. 4th and 5. Decker sets him down. Brings motion across the way. Decker rolls right, wants to throw, and he's hit. Knocked down. Schaefer picks it up. 30, 35, and Schaefer all the way out to the 39-yard line. What is this guy going to do next?
He absolutely killed the quarterback, Decker, on the rollout pass. Smashed him, knocked him to the ground for the sack, and the ball popped loose. Schaefer picked it up on the short hop and takes off upfield. Field position turned completely around now. Terry Stafford, the numbers on that play.
Tommy, the sack, the line of scrimmage was the 10. The sack took place at the 28. That's a minus 18 on the sack. Schaefer picks up the fumble at that point, rambles another 11 yards out to the 11 and 39.
Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39. If you're Hendersonville, that's got to hurt. They hand it in the middle. Antoine Ross moves the pile forward 1-2 yards, crosses the 40 out over the 41 to the 42-yard line. A gain of about 2.5 yards. Antoine Ross, the Lebanon tailback, carrying the ball.
John, it looked like Decker maybe gave up on the pass play a little, resigned himself to the fact he was going to get sacked.
Tommy, as Bruce Skeen would have put it, he hit him in the mouth. And that ball come loose. Schaefer comes up with it. Big momentum change for the Blue Devils.
Schaefer has been all over the place tonight. Matter of fact, all the Blue Devils have. You really can't single out anybody tonight because they've all played extremely well. Baird left, Defendahl right. Blue Devils with a 2nd and 7. Lannon gives off to Ross, and he's stopped for a yard loss. They hit Ross in the backfield. Coming up to make the tackle is Rob Truca, who came up out of that secondary to make the stop. Antoine Logue will go in and relieve Ross at the tailback spot. Lebanon will be looking at a 3rd down and 8 situation. Blue Devils haven't thrown the football on their last 2 series, but Jones is in and Schaefer is in. Lannon sets him down, backpedals, wants to throw. Screen pass, big yardage, 40, and drops and falls. They hit it to White. He had big-time yardage, stumbled and fell as he crosses the 45 to the 47-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and about 2 for the Blue Devils.
A play we have not seen this year. The screen to the fullback coming out of the backfield, and it was wide open. Terry, he had a lot of grass in front of him.
He really did, Tommy. He picked up 6. We needed 9, so it's going to be 4th and 3 from the 47.
And I believe the Blue Devils are going to go for it. No, they're going to drop Schaefer back, and he will punt. Back for Hendersonville is Cook. He'll stand at his own 15-yard line. Hendersonville going to come after. Good snap for Schaefer. Gets it away, sailing kick, and it's going to be effective. Cook bobbles it, picks it up at the 13, comes back to the 15, to the 20, out to the 25, 30, 35, knocked down at the 38-yard line. Nice return.
Jesse Lee Dillard, it looked like, on the tackle for Lebanon. I believe that was Cook. Let me see.
It was Cook, I think.
If not Cook, Vandiver. There was a 2 in that number, and it may have been Vandiver on the tackle. Terry, the numbers on the kick and return.
Tommy, the kick by Schaefer, good for 40 yards. Cook returns it from the 13 out to the 38.
Well, you got a flag down back here at the 15 that nobody has seen. Nobody else did. It's way back, and now it's going to be against Hendersonville. And this is going to pin the Commandos way back.
Well, what about the kick now?
Well, the kick was good for